Supreme Court on Friday while hearing the plea challenging a court order allowing the survey of the Shahi Jama Masjid in Sambhal, asked the petitioners to approach the High Court over the matter and directed the trial court to not take any action over it until the case is heard.
आज माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट के सामने याचिका दायर की गई थी। ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने ये कहा, सबसे पहले ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने चिंता जताई कि वहाँ पे पीस और हार्मनी मेंटेन रहे, और स्टेट ऑफ यूपी की तरफ से जो काउंसिल प्रेजेंट है उन्होंने कहा कि हम सारी कोशिश और हम पूरा दायित्व है पीस और हार्मनी मेंटेन करने का। इसके बाद माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने जो मस्जिद कमेटी थी जिन्होंने SLP दायर की थी उनको कहा कि आप इस ऑर्डर को हाई कोर्ट में चैलेंज कर सकते हैं और हाई कोर्ट में जाने का उनको एक लिबर्टी दी है। साथ ही साथ ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने यह भी कहा है कि 3 दिन के अंदर अगर आप हाई कोर्ट में याचिका दायर करते हैं तो मामला हाई कोर्ट के सामने लिस्ट किया जाए और हाई कोर्ट के फर्दर डायरेक्शंस तक के लिए वेट किया जाए, और तब तक के लिए ट्रायल कोर्ट की प्रोसीडिंग रुकी रहेगी जब तक हाई कोर्ट अपना निर्देश नहीं दे देता है। और ये मामला अभी ट्रायल कोर्ट में 8 जनवरी को लगा हुआ है। साथ ही साथ ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने यह भी निर्देश दिया है कि जो एडवोकेट कमिश्नर महोदय हैं वो अपनी रिपोर्ट सील कवर में दाखिल करेंगे।
And the top court also asked the district administration to ensure that peace prevails in the area, which has been riled up by violence since surveyors had visited the mosque. Now, committee argued that the survey order was passed ex parte and hastily in a pending suit. The court was further apprised that the Mughal-era mosque is at a protected site under the Places of Worship Act 1991.
The Supreme Court has delivered a very significant order. There are 4 very important points. The first one is that the Honorable Supreme Court directed that the peace and harmony in the place district Sambhal be maintained. It has given directions to the district administration specifically to maintain peace and harmony in the district. Second important direction which the Supreme Court has given is that the suit which is pending before the trial court of the civil judge Sambhal has to, it has been stayed. It will not be proceeded. The trial judge will not proceed with the suit till the time the Jama Masjid committee approached the High Court challenging the order of 19th of November 2024. And High Court has to hear the appeal hopefully within 3 days when it is being filed before the High Court. Fourth important point the Supreme Court has given the direction is that if any report which has been prepared by the advocate commissioner who has done the survey will be kept in a sealed cover. These are 4 very important points.
And on the contrary, the Hindu plaintiffs have claimed that the mosque was built by Mughal Emperor Babur in 1526 after demolition of Harihar temple. Meanwhile, the Uttar Pradesh government has constituted a 3-member committee headed by former Allahabad High Court Judge Devendra Kumar Arora to conduct an inquiry into the violence and submit its report in the next 2 months. Former Indian Police Services officer Amit Mohan Prasad and Arvind Kumar Jain are the other 2 members of the panel.
मिस्टर तिवारी, आपसे ये सवाल है कि इसका सल्यूशन कहाँ है? हम एक के बाद एक ऐसे पेटिशंस देखते आ रहे हैं डिफरेंट ऐसे मॉन्यूमेंट्स पे जो ऑलरेडी एस्टैब्लिश्ड है, रिलीजियस मॉन्यूमेंट्स पे, और हम देख रहे हैं कि ऐसे पिटिशंस आ रहे हैं कि नहीं यहाँ पे एक मंदिर हुआ करता था। पर अगर हम हर एक मस्जिद या हर एक ऐसे रिलीजियस मॉन्यूमेंट के पास आके ऐसा क्वेश्चन करने लगेंगे कि इसके पहले ओरिजिनली यहाँ पे क्या होता था, तब प्लेसेस ऑफ वर्शिप एक्ट का कोई वजूद ही नहीं रहेगा।
मैं सीधा सा सवाल मेरा भी है, 1991 में जो इंडिया वर्शिप एक्ट उपासना स्थल विधेयक पार्लियामेंट ने पारित किया था, उसको इग्नोर करके, उसको डिफाई करके जिस तरह कुछ लोअर कोर्ट्स सर्वे करा रही, वो चिंता का विषय था। मैं सुप्रीम कोर्ट के इस निर्णय का आज स्वागत करता हूँ कि उन्होंने लोअर कोर्ट के आदेश पे इंतरिम रोक लगा दी है और पक्षों से कहा है कि पहले वो हाई कोर्ट में जाए। मैं इसे मानता हूँ कि वो सीधे कह सकते थे हाई कोर्ट में जाओ और कोई रिलीज न देते, तो ये एक तरह से उनको प्रेमा फेसाई ये लगा कि जो मजिस्ट्रेट का ऑर्डर था इसका इम्प्लीमेंटेशन रोका जाना चाहिए, और उन्होंने रोका है। मैं इसमें और क्लियर कर दूं कि एक अंतहीन सिलसिला, जैसा आपने पूछा था ना, अंतहीन सिलसिला, रोज ये चीजें हो रही हैं, ये देश की कानून व्यवस्था के लिए, आपसी सौहार्द के लिए एक अच्छा संकेत नहीं है। और जिस तरह से पॉलिटिकल किया जा रहा है इसे, वेस्टेड मूवमेंट से जुड़े हुए भारतीय जनता पार्टी के जो कुछ संगठन है वो कर रहे हैं, कुछ चिंता का विषय है।
My first question to you, sir. Very good afternoon to you. This survey that had come in, the survey order that had come in from Sambhal, we have been interpreting the order that has come in from the Supreme Court today. But I would want to ask you this: survey that has come in from the survey order that had come in from the trial court, was it not hurried, especially the one for Sunday?
The order was correctly passed. It is within jurisdiction of the court. It was filed within parameters of Order 22/9 and 10. The order was passed on 19 November. That is a Tuesday, not on Sunday. The survey was ordered, and survey commission proceeding were taken up on 19 itself, and remaining was taken up on Sunday. This is the correct thing. And the survey order was passed correctly by the trial court. The trial court has power in any suit which is filed to issue survey to know the actual and factual position of this part existing on that date. And for that purpose, only the survey was ordered and survey was conducted. There is no illegality in the said order. And even Supreme Court has not said, no court can say that court has no power. The report will be kept in sealed cover, and that is subject to the order which may be passed by the Honorable High Court in future. Order was G.
Shifting focus now, the Karnataka Cabinet has asked Governor Thawarchand Gehlot to sanction the investigation of former Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa in a corruption case in which his son and BJP State President B.Y. Vijendra are also accused. The case pertains to the allegations that Ramalingam Construction Company paid a bribe of 12 crore rupees to start work on a housing project of the BDA to the leader. Now, this is based on a November 2020 complaint to the erstwhile Anti-Corruption Bureau by activist T.J. Abraham. Now, it so happens that Abraham is one of the complainants in the Mysuru Urban Development Authority or MUDA site allotment scam in which Chief Minister Siddaramaiah is being investigated after Gehlot gave his sanction. In Yediyurappa's case, Abraham had sought the then governor Vajubhai Wala's sanction to have the CM investigated under the Prevention of Corruption Act. And on 24th of June 2021, days before he demitted office, Wala rejected Abraham's request for sanction to have Yediyurappa probed. My colleague Vajiola joining us on the story. Vaji, we now know that the Karnataka government has asked Governor Thawarchand to investigate former Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa in corruption case. To run us through what the case is all about.
Well, this decision was taken after yesterday's cabinet meeting, and in the cabinet meeting, they had put across this particular demand that the governor should be approached all over again, because the last time when the governor was approached was Vajubhai Wala in 2021. That time, with regards to this particular case, where the names of Vijendra, Yediyurappa, and the son-in-law of Yediyurappa has also been named in this for taking kickbacks with regards to granting a tender to Ramalingam Construction. Now, it is believed that a tender was proposed for the construction of BDA houses in a particular area, and tenders were given to that. And one of the quotes of Ramalingam Reddy was believed to be higher than the rest of them. The bid of Ramalingam Reddy was higher than the rest of them. Despite all of that, Ramalingam Construction got this particular project. It is alleged that Ramalingam Construction paid close to 100 CRs, out of which 12 CRs was given to Yediyurappa. So at that point of time, the government had apprised Vajubhai Wala, who was the then former governor of Karnataka, and he was supposed to leave and be replaced by Thawarchand Gehlot. At that point of time, he had rejected this as one of his last acts of prosecuting a case against Yediyurappa. Now they've again approached the court. They've approached the governor all over again with regards to this particular sanction. Now trouble seems to be mounting for Yediyurappa, because there is also a POSCO hearing that is waiting for Yediyurappa for December 2nd. And we also need to know that this particular case against Yediyurappa with regards to bribery was filed by TJ Abraham. TJ Abraham is the same activist who is currently filed a petition against the current chief minister, and he's also one of those petitioners who had formally sent Yediyurappa to jail. So this petition seems to be should be taken in seriousness, because the person who had put this and the allegations that have been leveled are also very serious.
And this seems to be a person, an activist who doesn't seem to have any political allegiance. He's going after Yediyurappa, is also going after Siddaramaiah. But it's not going to augur very well for, Yediyurappa right now. And this especially comes in the light of the fact, as you rightly pointed out, while Siddaramaiah is also battling Muda corruption case allegations. What does it mean for Yediyurappa going forward?
Well, Siddaramaiah is fighting his own battle when it comes to Muda case. There's a lot of development that is happening on a daily basis. We're seeing Lokayukta questioning people with regards to former chairmen, former commissioners of the Muda. But when it comes to Yediyurappa, this is mounting trouble for him, because Yediyurappa already has various cases of corruption against him, be it a disproportionate asset case where he had gone to jail, and the recent POSCO case, which is the biggest case that has been against him. And on December 2nd, that is in the next 4 days, we will be seeing Yediyurappa. We will be seeing a court hearing on that also. So this is going to be difficult for Yediyurappa, keeping in mind that now the cabinet has decided to ask the governor to give sanction against this Ramlingam construction case also, where his name has been put for bribery charges. So this is mounting trouble for Yediyurappa.
Right, mounting trouble for Yediyurappa, and not just Yediyurappa, in fact, the entire BJP in Karnataka. After BJP rebel Yatnal refused to heed to the call from Delhi to settle divisions in the state unit, BJP leader Renukacharya has slammed Yatnal as a Congress agent. Now, Yatnal also slammed veteran BJP leader Sadanand Gowda. Now, Renukacharya also said that Yatnal is the reason why the BJP lost in the 3 seats where by-polls were held. All right, my colleague Vajula continues to be with us. Vaji, as I said, it's not looking very good for BJP. It's not just their leader, the former chief minister, but the internal party turmoil, which is increasingly now coming to light.
Well, when it comes to difficulty and infighting, today has gotten a one notch higher, because the Renukacharya, one of the MLAs of BJP, in a press conference today said that Yatnal is acting like an BJP Congress agent. He's taken supari from Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi to demonize the BJP government over here. And he's also asked for the expulsion of Yatnal. Now, this now is becoming serious, because all this while they wanted an action to be taken against the anti-party activities of Basangauda Patil Yatnal. But now the BJP has come to a conclusion where they want an expulsion also. They've gone on to the extent of calling him an agent. They've also gone on to the extent saying that he is actually responsible for the losses in the last 3 by-polls because of the because of the division that he's created within the BJP. On the other hand, Yatnal has not reacted so far with regards to what has been said today. But yesterday, he stood very defiant to the fact that the central leadership who had called him for a meeting to find out what is the problem and it should be solved. With regards to that, Yatnal clearly made it very clear to the central leadership that he will not be coming to Delhi. If he has to come, he will come with an entire team that is working against Vijendra and the party, because if he comes alone, then the High Command will somehow or the other try to convince him to stop this rebellion, and he does not want that to happen. He believes that Vijendra, who's sitting right now at the post of the BJP leadership or the BJP presidentship of the state, is a product of nepotism and dynasty politics, and that is something I does not believe. We also need to understand that Yatnal is not a small leader too. He's a very big leader from the North Karnataka region. He's somebody who served in the cabinet of Vajpayee.
In fact, Vaji, it's also important to point out to our viewers right now that Yatnal is the man who's leading the charge against Waqf Act as far as protection of farmers' right is concerned. He's the man who's seen to be leading the opposition when it comes to their charge on, how Waqf is denying properties of a lot of farmers there, and how rightful farmers are also getting notices from the Waqf board right now. So he seems to be taking the front there, and at the same time also bearing the brunt of going against B.Y. Vijendra.
Shraddha, if we take that question to the BJP will say that it's wrong, because they are the person who are taking this entire case against the Waqf forward. But Yatnal surely is one of those who initiated this entire Waqf issue in the Vijaypura area, which is a stronghold. He was the one who initiated. This is where the entire flashpoint between the BJP and the Yatnal faction started, because Yatnal was the one who initiated this entire fact that the Waqf board has taken over farmers' land. And it's after that when the JPCC was formed and the JPCC came here, Yatnal was removed out of that entire committee and he felt left out. And that is when he created his own team and started his own Padyatra. And then we saw what happened after during the first anniversary of Vijendra as the president of the state unit. He was supposed to announce a statewide campaign against Waqf, but Yatnal did a press conference before that. So Yatnal is one of the initiators, but if you ask that question to the BJP, they will deny.
Of course, there will be a denial there. Vaji, stay with us. We'll shift focus to another story coming in from Bengaluru right now. IPL team Royal Challengers Bengaluru is facing backlash for launching a Hindi RCB account on X, formerly Twitter. The decision has sparked a heated debate among fans and pro-Kannada activists, with many alleging that the franchise is imposing Hindi down their throats. Now, many took to social media to express their displeasure. Fans have objected to the move, alleging that Hindi does not represent the linguistic diversity of India. Many pro-Kannada activists have also asked the management to reconsider their decision. However, some fans were also of the opinion that a Hindi page is needed for the Hindi-speaking population. In fact, the Hindi RCB account was started on social media X soon after the IPL mega auction ended and has so far nearly 2,500 followers. RCB has in its official X handle in English over 7.3 million followers, and its Kannada account called the Royal Challengers Bengaluru Kannada has close to 10,000 followers. Vaji, linguistic war once again, and this time over RCB's Hindi account on social media platform X.
Well, when it comes to linguistic war, anything can be a problem for anybody. But when it comes to RCB, one needs to understand it is a team that has followers across the country, not just the country, across the globe. You have everyone who roots for RCB despite the fact that they've not won the IPL team. But when it comes to this particular issue, Kannada rights activists were offended with the fact that RCB now has a Hindi page, and they believe that they don't need a Hindi page when you already have English page, which is going to cut that barrier. Now, one needs to tell them that the Hindi page is also for those in the Hindi belt to support RCB who still don't know Hindi or Kannada. So that has been apprised. But Shivraj Tangri, who is also the cultural minister, has also apprised, taken note of this particular issue and asked RCB to make sure that the Kannada page is pushed also, and there is another Kannada page. So war for linguistic supremacy is something that continues to go on in South, and now RCB is the new victim for it.
Right, RCB their new victim for it, but of course a lot of people saying more the merrier. It's a good thing for RCB to tap into Hindi speaking followers as well by the way of that Hindi account. Thank you very much, Vaji, for all those details. But we're going to move on now. A big update from Bangladesh after sedition charges and more trouble for ISKCON priest Chinmoy Das seem to be coming to fore. According to latest information, authorities have seized the bank accounts of Chinmoy Krishna Das Brahmachari, spokesperson of the Bangladesh Sammilit Sanatani Jagran Jot and principal of Pundarik Dham, as well as 16 other members of ISKCON Bangladesh. On Thursday, a senior official of the BFIU confirmed that Bangladesh Bank's Financial Intelligence Unit, Bangladesh Financial Intelligence Unit or BFIU, has sent instructions in regards to the banks and financial institutions as far as the ISKCON priest is concerned. The letter said that the bank accounts of all the businesses owned by people whose accounts have been seized will also remain suspended. Now, for the next 30 days, no one will be able to make any kind of transaction, and if necessary, this period of suspension will be extended. And after ISKCON India, British Conservative MP Bob Blackman has come out in support of Bangladesh ISKCON priest Chinmoy Krishna Das, who was arrested by Bangladesh police on sedition charges and sent to jail, with court rejecting his plea for interim bail. While strongly condemning his arrest, Blackman termed the continued attack on minorities under Muhammad Yunus government unacceptable. Now, Blackman strongly raised the issue of atrocities against Hindus in the UK Parliament and said that religious minorities are being persecuted in Bangladesh. Addressing the UK Parliament, Blackman said that the houses and temples of Hindus are being burnt down. The British Conservative MP from Harrow East also added that he was concerned about the attempt in Bangladesh High Court to rule that ISKCON should be banned from the country. Now, Blackman said that freedom of religion must be preserved globally.